Alberto Del Rio, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to this beautiful hotel room. How are you enjoying your trip in the UK?
Oh, it's fantastic. We've been having great houses, great crowd, and it's always fun every time we're here in Europe.
What do you find the difference is between the UK fans and the fans over in the States?
They're crazy over here, buddy. You can see everything. You can see a guy dressed as a Superman, or as Wolverine, or like former WWE superstars, and they chant like they will do it in a football game. It's just It's fantastic. It's different.
Any particular highlights on this tour so far? Because I know you've been not only in London but around the UK as well.
Well, no, it's always the same. The crowd is really loud. They give us that incredible vibe every single show, and like in my case, I go out and I always perform in 100%, and I give everything I have. But when you have such a fantastic crowd, you feel even better, you know.
I imagine when you're out there with the guys in the middle of the ring and the atmosphere is so incredible, is it kind of a special moment between you guys? You kind of think, we're on to something special here.
We work for them. We work for the WWE, for the WWE Universe, for all the fans around the world. And every time we are in the ring, they feed us with their energy. And if they're being loud, we give them more because we know they're having fun. And at the end of the day, that's why they pay their tickets, to have fun. And we're here to entertain them.
And so you talk about kind of the entertainment side of things. Obviously, WWE is a huge entertainment phenomenon around the world. But you are a superstar in Mexico, and you grew up in Mexico, and you have a Mexican wrestling family. Do you mind talking about your sort of history with the business and how you got into it?
Well, I was born in this business. I grew up watching my grandfather, my father, my uncles. This is like the family business for me. My entire family has been involved or is involved in wrestling companies, and like my dad, my uncle, and my uncle Mil Máscaras, and my dad Dos Caras. They did an amazing career. They had an amazing career through the world, especially in Japan and Mexico. And like my uncle Mil Máscaras used to work for Vince's father, so that's the reason he was inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame. So. That's why I'm here, because I grew up admiring them and always trying or pretending to be like them. And a few years after I'm here, I'm in the best company, the best wrestling company in the world. I have done it all. I have won it all. And if the WWE Universe keeps supporting me, I'll be here for, I don't know, for some more years.
Nice. And so when you were a kid, did you sort of feel, because you were, as you say, born into the family, did you kind of feel pressure to be a professional wrestler, or did you sort of genuinely have that desire yourself to go into it? Were you sort of pushed into it, or did you love it anyway?
No, I never had any pressure. I always wanted to do this since I was a little kid. And of course, my father didn't want me to be a wrestler, because the wrestling career is very difficult. It's tough. You have to be prepared mentally and physically. And the schedule we have is just brutal. And I think my dad was trying to protect me from that. And he always said, I don't want you to be a wrestler. Do something else. Do something different. And it was me all the time, just going behind my father's back to the wrestling gyms. And that's how I started with amateur wrestling, and then from there I did the transition to professional. And of course, when my dad saw that there was no option, there was no way I was not going to be a wrestler, he supported me all the way. But at the beginning, he wanted something different for me.
And a big tradition in Mexico is the masks. And I know you wrestled with a mask in your early career. What is that tradition about in Mexico?
Well, you need to start with the fact that the mask versus mask is the most important match in lucha libre or Mexican wrestling. They care about the titles, but that's not the main thing. The main thing is the mask, because for the Mexican wrestling culture, if you lose your mask, you lose everything. That's the reason when I came to WWE, Mexican fans were a little bit upset because I decided not to wrestle with the mask. And at the beginning they were mad and disappointed, but after 3 months they forgot about the mask. They were happy because I was, you know, fighting, wrestling against the top guys in the United States. I was accomplishing things, and like I said, after 3 months, they forgot about it.
So was it quite a big decision to lose the mask? Like personally, was it?
Well, yeah, because I grew up watching my dad wrestling with that mask, and I always dreamed with that name, that mask. I remember that when I was a little kid, all my friends were, we were playing in school or whatever, and they were pretending to be Batman, Superman, and I was always pretending to be those caras, you know, pretending to be my dad. He was and is my superhero. And it was a really difficult decision, but I think I made the right choice, because 4 years after, I went from being a national superstar to a global superstar, and of course the money is 1,000 times better in WWE.
Well, it's the best place to be, isn't it? The grandest stage, as they say. WWE is absolutely enormous throughout the world. And so, how was the transition going from Mexico to WWE, both from a kind of in-ring style and also from a business standpoint? Because obviously, this is such a, you know, behemoth of a company. How did you find that transition?
Well, for me, it was really easy because I used to wrestle in Japan a lot. Actually, I think I spent more years in Japan than in Mexico, and I had the opportunity to wrestle against guys from all over the world, American wrestlers, European wrestlers. So for me, the transition was pretty easy. I went to, back then it was FCW, that was the developmental center for WWE. I was there for 6 months, and you know, that helped me a lot with the language, with the cameras, microphones, and how to work for WWE. And then the rest was pretty easy. You know, they have really good wrestlers in WWE. And I remember my first tour, the first time I stepped into a WWE ring was here in Europe. And I had the opportunity to wrestle Chavo Guerrero, Christian, MVP, amazing guys, amazing human beings who were there to help me because they knew who I was in Mexico or who I was in Japan, and they wanted to help me. And well, the rest is history.
So you arrive in WWE, you're making this transition. Presumably you have a big first meeting with the boss, Vince. You know, we hear lots of stories about the kind of man and boss that Vince is. What was your kind of first reactions to Vince, and have you got any funny stories about your time with him?
No, not any funny stories. He's a spectacular person. You know, he's a billionaire. He's a man of success, and you can see that he's always working. He's always thinking. He's always trying to make things better. And you know, you can learn a lot just from being around of Vince. And for the first time we met, it was just about business, you know, what he wanted from me, and he made me feel secure, and he made me feel happy because we had this conversation about the mask and about the name and everything, and how he knew my family history and how important the mask and the name is in Mexico and everything, but he had different plans for me and where we were going to go, and he presented me Alberto Del Rio and all the plans and everything, and I was happy with it, you know. Then, like I always say, the rest is history. I'm here after 4 years, and I have won it all the titles, all the major titles, you know, and he was or is because of him. He always supported me since the beginning. He still supported me, giving me the opportunities. He likes my style. He likes my ring work. I can say I'm one of his favorite heels in the company, and hopefully stays like that for another 5-10 years.
So you talk about being a heel, one of the best heels in the business, and you earlier mentioned about the great crowd reactions. Now you feed off the crowd. Do you prefer being a good guy or a bad guy?
Oh, a bad guy.
Yeah.
I was hating. Well, it was good for a few months, but I was just missing being the bad guy, you know, because as the bad guy, you control everything. You control your opponent, you control the ring, you control the crowd, and you make them do whatever you want. And being the good guy, you have to wait for whatever the bad guy wants to do. So I like to be in control, and it's so much fun being the bad guy, especially because girls, they love the bad guys, you know.
That's the main reason it's fun.
That's the best part of everything, brother.
Well, it's such a fun business, I guess, because there aren't many jobs where you could say, you know, I want to go out there and be disliked by everyone. You know, usually you seek praise from your job,
Yeah,
but
you
want
want
everyone
people
to hate
to love you, and I want people to hate me. It's just, yeah, but you know, people, the fans, the WWE fans, they know I'm a really good person. Once they know me, they're like, "Oh shit, you know, I used to hate you because you are." I mean, you're playing your character and everything, but you're an asshole. And once we talk to you, once we get to know you, you're a really nice guy. And I said, of course. So I'm just like you, man. I'm just trying to earn my check every week and bring food to the table and support my wife and kids.
Yeah, and so you say you've done it all. I mean, you've won the Royal Rumble, I believe. You've won all the major titles. You've headlined pay-per-views. What is left for you to achieve? And do you have any dream matches? Anyone you haven't, stepped on that dance floor with, who you want to get in the ring with?
Well, I have the opportunity to wrestle against everybody. I had the opportunity to wrestle against Undertaker in Mexico. That was my first tour in Mexico. It was a tag between Undertaker and Rey Mysterio against Kane and Alberto Del Rio. So it was just fantastic. No, I had the opportunity to wrestle everybody for all the titles, all the pay-per-views, and after 4 years, I'm still here. It's just all I want to do for whatever I have left in my career is stay on top, stay in the main events, and doing pay-per-views, doing main stories. That's what I want to do. I don't know for how long I'm going to be doing this. Sometimes it's really hard because the schedule we have, but well, we'll see. I'm healthy right now. A couple injuries, minor injuries here and there, but nothing to be worried. So hopefully I'm gonna stay in WWE and keep doing pay-per-views and main events.
Now you lost the title to John Cena at Hell in a Cell. Coming back for revenge at Survivor Series, I believe. What's your tactics going in against Cena?
I'm just gonna kick his ass, bro. He's a wounded animal. His arm is not ready, and I'm just gonna attack that arm over and over. That's what I've been doing for the last. I don't even know how many days we've been here, but I've been doing that every single night, just to finish the job at Survivor Series. Is gonna be a really good show, a really good pay-per-view, and I know we're gonna steal the show. The last pay-per-view, I believe we had the best match of the night, and it was after John Cena being hurt for 2 months and not being in the ring for 2 months, not wrestle against Alberto Del Rio for over 2 years, and it was the same with me. I was hurt. I'm still hurt. My lower back, my sciatic nerve, has been bothering me for the last 3 weeks. I got hurt in Mexico, and I've been dealing with this since then. But we have an amazing medical staff in WWE, and they're working with me and helping me every single day, and that's why I'm here and I'm still performing. But for the next pay-per-view, John Cena and Alberto Del Rio are gonna be in 100%, no injuries, no nothing. So if that last match was good, this one is gonna be 10 times better.
Awesome, because you had great chemistry at Hell in a Cell. It was a great match. I mean, what is the story with Cena? Because everyone said he was going to be out for 6 months. He returned early to take the title from you. Is he Superman? How did all this happen?
Well, I'm gonna answer you as Alberto, the person. He's a machine, brother. He never stops. But if I have to answer you as Alberto Del Rio, I'm just gonna tell you, he did it because he was desperate and he needed to be in the spotlight. He was missing that. But you know, I know John Cena. I know the way he thinks, and he wants to. He can let an a small injury stop him from doing what he loves the most. And he's a guy who works every single day for the business. I always say this, no matter where I go, people never gives John Cena the credit he deserves. He is that guy, the guy who has WWE where it is right now, and he never stops, he never complains. Like me, Alberto Del Rio is always complaining about everything, always giving these guys a hard time, always being late. It's just. But John Cena never does that. He is always there in time. He's always working for whatever they want. Be a star campaigns, make a wish campaigns, interviews, whatever. Working when he's hurt, and not many guys do that. Well, we have a lot of the top guys saying that they are there for WWE, and I mean they're just full of crap because they're there just for them, for themselves. And John Cena is a great athlete, a great performer, and a great person.
He truly lives it, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. He's like I said, he's always working. He never stops.
And so I guess obviously there's animosity between you two heading into Survivor Series, but I guess after what you've said about him, it must be a pleasure to share the ring with him on such
of course.
big stage.
And like you said just a few minutes ago, we have great chemistry. He likes me and respects me because he knows that even though I'm always complaining and I'm always mad and I have a bad temper, I always give 100% when I'm up there. I don't care if I'm sick, if I didn't sleep, if I haven't seen my family. Every time I'm in that ring, I give everything. He knows that. The fans knows that. The company knows that.
One final question. We're heading on the road to WrestleMania. WrestleMania 30, obviously will be the biggest pay-per-view the company's ever put on. Any sort of gossip heading into that pay-per-view? What can fans expect as we head to New Orleans?
Oh, it's going to be amazing, like any other WrestleMania. It's going to be in New Orleans. That's just to start, the place where we're going to be. It's a fun city. You're going to have a lot of fun. If you go there, call me because I know a lot of people.
I shall call you. We'll all be there.
And as always, we're going to have great matches, all the great superstars from the past, from the present. And I cannot tell you more because we don't know exactly what the matches are going to be yet, but it's going to be an amazing WrestleMania.
It's an exciting time. Alberto, lovely to meet you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.